How's it going, guys, and welcome back to my garage. Alright, so today things are gonna be a little bit different from the usual stuff. So as you can see, we've got this little coupe over here in our paint booth. So yes, this is in fact a car that I bought from the used car dealer just up the road. So this is going to hopefully give us a little bit of money back in our pocket, and it is super early. It's like 10 to 6, as you can see. So yeah, let me show you guys what I've been doing to the Firebird over here, the Trans Am. So we did get the decal put onto the hood, although I think the hood's quality is a little bit low, but I think it looks okay, it looks fine. And I also added these decals to the side, just saying Trans Am, so I'm not too sure if that is the right spot for it. I don't think it is either way, but okay. That's just the way that mine is going to look. So, guys, I found kind of a way to refuel this car. It's a little bit tricky and finicky, so I had to put it up on the lift. Now, I don't know if this is because of the lowered suspension or what, but okay. So this is the only way that I'm going to be able to fill the car is with some jerry cans. So I already put 2 jerry cans in before recording this episode. And I was just going to add another 2 jerry cans because I had to kind of go up and down to the gas station each time and just fill them up. So, okay, but it looks like the gas tank is now filled up completely. So, let's quickly get our cap back on and the license plate holder. And then we're going to see what's the story. Whether our gas tank is now nice and full when we lower this thing back down. If that's the case, then I guess that is pretty much how we're gonna have to refuel this car from now on. So yeah, guys, I haven't made any changes to the car otherwise yet because I'm kind of recording this episode directly after the previous one. So it's kind of yeah, like I haven't got your comments yet on this, but okay. So yes, we'll see next week. Probably we'll do a little bit more stuff to this car, but let's just have a look at that. So the fuel gauge is showing it's nice and full, which is good. All right, we'll get it fired up, and I'm just going to pull this one outside as well, next to our Elka Machino out there. And yeah, this thing stretched the rubber from the tires a bit as well, so it's kind of nice, and I like the way this thing turned out, guys. So it's going to be our toy, which I'm going to take to the drag strip relatively soon. Now, the reason why I want to make some money is because I want to buy myself a trailer again, a car trailer, because we had to sell the one that we had, well, quite a while ago actually. So we unfortunately don't have a trailer anymore to haul this thing up and down to the drag strip, and I don't really think I want to drive it over there each time and do some drag runs. So we'll see. Once we can get ourselves a proper trailer, hopefully we'll get the trailers from the mod, because the game has been saved and reloaded a couple of times already. So I hope that this is going to work out and we can actually find the trailer. And if all goes well today, we might have enough money to go and buy the trailer, because I think the one that I want to buy is about 12,500 bucks. So we'll see, guys. If it doesn't happen in this episode, we'll go over to the next one and the next and next and that, whatever the case may be. So what I think we're going to have to do with this rocker panel is probably cut it off. So let's grab our plasma cutter. Where did I put it? Oh, it's over here on the shelf. Alright, so this is going to cut that panel off real quick. So there's only 2 welds on this one. And on the sedan there would be 3 welds. Or 3 welds. Not 3 welds, but 3 welds. Yeah, that South African accent coming in. But okay, so let's grind off all the rust of this thing, and I'm going to buy some paint. We're gonna just give it a lick of paint again, and hopefully that's going to sort out the color condition of this car and also the rust condition. Just make it sell for a little bit of money, a little bit of a profit, and yeah, we'll just probably rinse and repeat this a couple of times today. So we're gonna head over to the used dealership once they open again at 8 o'clock. And see what else they've got that's going to fit our budget, and just do this for today. So yeah, it's not going to be very exciting, but it's sometimes the stuff you have to do, because the the customer job that we got from the guy in my Discord server, he sent me the wrong barn file. I think I did mention that in the previous episode as well. So we're unable to tackle that job just yet. So we'll see. Once he sends me the correct barn file, we'll get that in. But as I said, it will probably only be next week sometime. So we did return Cyclone's car as well already, actually before the last episode, and he seemed to be quite happy with it. So it's pretty good, guys. We managed to get that thing put right for him. Alright, but I think this thing is now hopefully rust free. We're going to leave this off until we did all of the other rust removal work. So let's go ahead and get that rear bumper taken off real quick. It's just going to make it a bit easier for us to do all of this if the bumper is removed. Okay, so we'll put that over there. And why the heck did I grab that? We want this. Also want to take the license plate off because there's rust behind it, which is going to be better accessible with the number plate or license plate removed. Alright, let's grind this all down. Actually have to turn on the torch. We can see a bit better what we are doing in here. So yeah, the lighting is not the best in my garage here, but I don't want to add too many lights because otherwise it's going to impact the FPS quite a bit. So we're just going to have to deal with it. So there we go. That is looking really good. We are definitely making progress on this thing. And there it goes. The rust has disappeared. And are you telling me we're going to have to cut off both the rocker panels? Well, looks like it. So let's go ahead and do this. We're going to come over this side. We're going to chop it up. Yeah, I was actually thinking of doing more customer work, but I was also considering going to the junkyard and spawning in a couple of junkyard cars there. Or let the game load junkyard cars, not spawn them in, but yeah, let the game load the junkyard for us and see what transmissions we can strip off cars so that we can do some more customer work. Because the shifting or trouble with shifting jobs actually pay quite well. And especially if you can somehow find some transmissions that are second hand, still in good condition, then you can complete the jobs with that. So it kind of works out a little bit better if you can buy it from the junkyard. Alright, but now let's quickly see if this thing's got any more rust on the other side. Yep, there it is. Okay, of course it will. Alright, we're gonna leave these off until we finished all of the de-rusting on this car, because it's got quite a lot of rust. That's why I picked this one, because rust removal is actually very lucrative if you want to try and make a little bit of money, quick flip cash, you know. Let's just see if that's it doesn't look like we've got any more rust on this thing, but we're going to leave it off until we got all the other rust taken care of. Okay, let's just close the door. Gonna grind this fender down. Alright, and most probably the rust would disappear at some point, so we'll see, just like I thought. I just get that gut feeling sometimes that the rust is about to go poof, and then it actually does. Alright, this might need a little bit more TLZ than I think. Alright, but okay. We should manage. Get all of this rust off, and there it goes poof again. So, alright, 5 stars on the rust. So we are golden. Now we just need to get the rocker panels reinstalled. Okay, let's pop that onto there. Let's just see if the rust stars are still good. Yes, they are. Okay, now I need this machine of ours, the welder. Alright, just got to weld these rocker panels back into place. Okay, weld it up over there and over there. There's one weld over there and there's one kind of over there. Okay, so that is sorted out. So we're not going to bother with interior and all of that and make this thing absolutely perfect. We're just going to be giving it a lick of paint. So I'm going to copy the color code real quick, and we already, yeah, we're definitely making a little bit more money on this car now, which is good. I mean, as I said, quick and easy way to make some money. Right, we're just going to buy the paint cans because I think they go a bit further than the spray cans, and also, yeah, they are the same price. So it's kind of a no-brainer when it comes to that. Okay, so there's the paint from our box truck we still have in there. So we're going to pop this one in. Right, let's see if we can spray all of these spots. We actually grinded down now. Okay, and I hope this is going to work. We don't end up having trouble getting the paint condition up. Okay, let's just have a quick look. Alright, so that is perfect. So, yeah, 12 grand, and I think I paid like 4,700 or something. I can't recall now. So, yeah, just doing this actually improves the value of the vehicle quite a lot. Alright, let's just zip down the bumper again. And we'll also get the license plate put back. Although, I don't really think it adds a lot of value, but okay. So yeah, this car is ready to go. Let's just check it once again. Okay, yes, 12,558. Not too shabby, guys, for a quick, rust removal and repaint job. So let's drive this thing back to the dealership. The camera was a bit weird back there. And we're going to load up the used car lot and see what else they've got that's going to fit our budget after I sold this one. So we're going to sell it right in front of the dealership. It's kind of like a role play situation again, coming in here, selling it back to the dealership. So yeah, that's kind of what it's about. All right, and let's quickly go ahead and sell this back to the dealership, and they are not open yet. So crap. Okay, I didn't have a look at the time now, so we're gonna have to wait around for this place to open, because now we are stranded. We don't have a way of getting back except for our Jesus wheels. Alright, but yes guys, now let's take this time to maybe just discuss a bit what's going to happen in this series further. So I was busy preparing for the next roleplay series on my garage, but it kind of looks like it might be something that's going to have to hang on to for a bit until the game has updated, because I'm not too sure if you guys are aware, but there's going to be quite a bit of changes with the next update coming to this game. So they are planning on adding, well, what I can see is they're going to be adding a bunch of stuff where you can actually buy cars from the junkyard. It's got some rust holes in the body panels, and yeah, it all looks very exciting and very fun. It looks like it's going to definitely give us probably a lot more work to do on the vehicles that we have, or that we are going to be buying. So yeah, I'm not sure if the current vehicles that we own is going to be broken, but I do think some of the mods, or most of the mods, are probably not either going to work, or everything is going to be kind of messed up with the textures and all. So I guess we'll see if mods like this shop over here by Weinberg's might survive. I don't know. So that's all stuff that we're going to have to check out and see once the update comes out to the test version. Because it's currently in the test branch for non-players, or at least that's what the dev calls it. So I guess we will see what it's all going to be about once the update drops. But yeah, I'm quite hopeful that hopefully all the mods won't break. Because, I mean, we've got a bunch of mods that is actually very, very nice to have. And just, it improves the gameplay a bit and makes it a little bit more fun. And also it changes a bunch of things that we can actually do. Like, for example, that paint booth mod over there, that thing is quite old. And as old as the mod is, it's still doing pretty well, and I'm still using it to this day. And I don't know if there's going to be updates to all the mods, because I think some of the modders are getting a little bit demotivated from, knowing there's going to be an update that's going to break all their mods. So it's going to be quite a bit of a change. So yeah guys, okay, so we've got about 20 in-game minutes to go still before this place opens. So I'm going to cut this part out. I'm going to bring you guys back up to speed once the time has passed and we are ready to see what they have available here. Alright, so it has turned 8 a.m. and we are ready to load up the used car dealership. So let's give it a moment and see what vehicles are going to spawn for us over here. Alright, so the dealership has loaded and we have got a Chrysler 300 from Spasman. Way beyond our budget. This one might fit the budget, but yeah, it's once again a Firebird 79 like the one we've got, but it's got a ton of rust, and I already know that that's going to be a bit of an issue. However, looks like we've got another coupe here. So this coupe might actually be the next contender. This one is a bit more expensive. So we've got some rust and we've got some color condition issues, so we're going to go ahead and buy this one. And yeah, I think what I'm going to do is we're going to reset the dealership. So I've got the mod installed for which you press F5, which actually resets the dealership. Oh, this one is one of those that actually cranks for days before actually firing up. Alright, so I did hit F5, so you guys will see that yeah, the dealership has despawned. So that's kind of a nice mod to have, and it's mods like these we are going to definitely miss if the game updates and it breaks all the mods. So I'm not too sure how it's going to affect the game, or the mods rather, once the game updates, but I guess we'll find out, guys, relatively soon. Okay, so let's get this thing also into the paint booth, and this is actually a very pretty red this car is painted, so I don't know if it's original color. It actually looks fairly good in red. Alright, but yes, once again, same story. Gonna take off all the rusts, and luckily this time we don't have rocker panel rust. Yeah, so that's good. Alright, well, not too bad. So it's just the hood. Alright, so yeah, maybe not gonna be such a lucrative job then, this. But, I mean, what the heck. We've bought it already, so might as well go ahead and do it. Alright. Doesn't look like this thing has got any dents, so I think that should be fine. And just like that, the rust is taken care of. Now we just need to paint this thing, so let's quickly copy the color code. Yeah, that's actually a pretty red. I would have actually liked to keep this thing for myself then, but okay, that is not what we are doing. We're not looking for cars to keep today. We are trying to make a bit of money, and we've got quite a lot of paint cans sitting around on our shelf. So yeah, it's gonna be quite a lot of paint cans that we don't really have anything to do with. So yeah, what the heck. As I said, it's the same price as the other spray cans and paint pens, so might as well just go ahead and do it. So okay, here we go. Let's paint this thing all the way, and I think we should be able to get behind the bumper there. There we go. Trunk. Okay, the roof. A little old convertible. Alright, we'll paint this door up as well. Alright, not too shabby. Now we're just going to open the door. We're going to spray it up over here as well. We'll just spray it through the interior panel. Hopefully that covers it. Right, let's see how we did. Alright, perfect. So 11,700. It's a little bit less than the previous one. And it's probably because of this overall condition being lower. But okay, guys, so yeah, that is the second lad coupe for today, or, well, convertible, or cabriolet, whatever you'd like to call it. I think a cabriolet is actually more considered a vehicle with a soft top. So, yeah, this is probably in a convertible, as the game says. It's a convertible, but yeah, we don't have any folding roofs or anything like that in my garage, so this thing is just permanently a convertible, which is not ideal if it starts to rain. Although, yeah, the physics in this game doesn't affect the vehicles if it rains, so I think it's more of a cosmetic thing. Okay, let's see what else they've got for us. Alrighty, so the dealership has loaded once again, and we have got the BMW G. Yeah, I can't remember what the heck this thing is called again now. It's the G80 M3 station wagon, which is out of budget, as you guys can see. There are still some things maybe that the mod creator is busy with on this thing. So you can see this tire, the texture is definitely not right. That's just part of the mods and stuff, guys, that if they don't add worn textures, that's how it turns out. This wolf over here is way out of budget, and I believe this one would also be. So yeah, it looks like we're not finding anything this time round. So let's quickly come out here, and I'm just going to do this a couple of times probably until we find something that we can afford. Alright, so the dealership is still busy loading. We've got another wolf that has spawned. So this one has got a little bit of rear end damage. It's got a ton of rust, and it's got some front end damage. That is actually relatively cheap, but it's still not within our budget. And as for these cars, these V22110s, I don't know how that's pronounced, but okay. It's a little bit of an issue with these cars with regards to bodywork and stuff, because it's a modded vehicle, so it's going to make it a bit hard for us. Let's have a look at this one, also out of budget. Would have been nice to get a compact in, because we haven't had one of these in the shop yet. So yeah, that would have been nice, but once again, I don't really think we're going to be able to sort this one out, because I don't know, I haven't really given it a test, guys. Let's buy the damn thing. Going to try it. I'm not going to reset the dealer, because I want to come back for that wolf if we can make a little bit of money off of this thing. Okay, so let's see. This is a front wheel drive. Alright, so where's the ignition? There it is. Okay. Alright, so it definitely drives. This is a station wagon of some sort. So it says on the back Lada 111. Right, that's what it looks like. Alright, so I don't know if this car is going to react to us grinding the rust off of it. As I said, modded cars are usually a problem, but I guess there's only one way to find out, guys, because the Ford Mustang mod by Matty actually does the take care of the rust if you grind it off. Alright, so I guess we'll see what the story is with this one. Okay, so what are the issues that we have? We've got rust on the door, and we've got rust on the roof. Right over there, you can kind of see it. So the rust textures are a bit weird. And I wanted to check this one also for some body damage, because it looks like this panel gap over here is a bit weird compared to the front door. I don't know, does the other side look the same? It kind of looks the same. I don't know, let's see. If we can't take the rust off this door, we'll take the whole door off the car. How does this panel come off? Is there a screw or something? I don't see anything yet, so let's just try and pop it off with the pry tool. Okay, so that doesn't seem to be the case. Okay. Yeah, I haven't worked on these things yet, guys, so just bear with me. We might have to figure this out. Okay, there is a bolt over there. Alright, so that might actually be the way to do this. Okay, let's take this off. There it is. Okay, so that is our rear right door interior panel. Alright, let's see if this is gonna work. Yeah, it's a little bit finicky. Yeah, see, that's what I say. Modded cars and their rust is a bit of an issue always. Let's take the freaking door off. I mean, might help a bit. Let's just see how this is gonna work. Alright, let's put the door down over there. Let's grab our grinder machine. And as I said, if the rust doesn't want to come off, then we will just replace the door then. Depends on what the door will cost. But okay, let's see. See, I'm trying to grind this off now, but it's not cooperating. I want to grind there, but it's not grinding there. We could try the sandblaster, but I know the sandblaster is also not really gonna do it sometimes, because yeah, I haven't had a lot of success with the sandblaster really in sorting these types of things out. But I think if we can just maybe get it a little bit better, it might actually help a bit. So I don't know what angle we're gonna have to be at to get all of this off. Maybe we need to be right up in its grill over here. See, that's part of the issue of modded cars. The rust grind is it's a grind. And yeah, I still remember that comment. The grind for money is real. Alright, come on, let's that doesn't look like rust. Okay, so now we've got some rust on the roof. We've got a rusty roof over here. Alright, I'm just gonna use the no clip because we've got it. Might as well use it while it still exists and it still works. I'm very worried about the mods, guys. If the mods are gonna survive the update, it's been a hell of a concern for me. I don't know, that kind of looks like we may have gotten the rust. Or we may not have gotten the rust, I don't know. Let's put the door back on and see if the value... 5955. Okay. 5415. Okay, so it's definitely not doing the thing. There's some more rust over there. Okay, so... where's my grinding machine now? Did I freaking put it back in the toolbox? Okay. Alright, Funcle, yeah. Do your thing, bud. Do what you do. Okay, so let's take the door off so we can see a bit better what we're gonna do with this firewall part. Or I think it looks like the firewall. I don't know. Right, grinding the rust off. What's that doing? Okay, that value is increasing, which is good. Still has some rust somewhere. Might have to take the fender off as well. Let's just see, because I don't know how the material is spread on this mod. Don't know if that's even the right way of describing it, but okay. Yeah, see, but that's what I thought. This part over here might still have some rust registering that it's there, but yeah, it's not there. And I'm not completely convinced this rust on the roof has actually gone. Where else could there be rust? Maybe this behind the rocker panel? How does that come off? Let's try the pry tool. Okay, so no, it doesn't pry off. Maybe that's welded on. I don't know, but I don't see any rust on it. A trunk hatch. No rust here. Nothing. Yeah, that's just a problem with modded cars. Okay, may have missed a tiny speck of rust there, but I doubt that is what's causing the rust star. Let's just see. 5,500. Okay, so we are slowly but surely increasing the value of this thing, guys. It's not very lucrative as a base game car would be. Alright, the hood doesn't have any rust. That doesn't have any rust. Okay, so let's see. So if we maybe check up on the door. What's the door called? It's a Lara 2111 door RR. Okay, let's put the range on the barrel. Now we need to navigate our catalog over here once again. Alright, so let's go over to this VAZ or V2111. Let's see now, where is it? It's not that. That is the other VAZ. Okay, it's probably around here somewhere. I just may have gone too fast, but I really don't see it on the list here. Outs, that's Bryson, show wheel, C33, Camaro, Chrysler, cursed bands. Okay. Fox body, we still had to have a look at that car at some point. We even got the Supra mod installed. So yeah, there's the Supra part. So we might have a look at the Supra relatively soon. Depends on whether we can find one. But okay guys, I don't see the body parts for the VAZ, and now I click body, so it's gonna freaking load for days. Okay, what the heck. Let me bring you guys back once the catalog is no longer weird, or taking its sweet time rather. Alright, so there we go. So guys, the catalog finally loaded, and I'm pretty sure this is the door that we need, the Lara 2111 door underscore RR. Let's just make sure of that. It's been a hot minute since I've been here and having a look at this. So Lara 2111 underscore door underscore RR. Okay, so that might actually be the one. Okay, so Lara 2111 door RR. Okay, let's buy it. Okay, and now let's install it on the car, which it actually fits, so that's pretty good. So we managed to buy the right thing at least, and now the wrench was on the barrel. Okay, all right, let's see. Zip that down, and did that increase the value a bit? A tiny bit, a tiny bit. Okay, we are getting there. All right, now got no idea if this just mounts straight to the actual door, or what is the story with this. Can we even grab this thing? Okay, so that just goes directly onto the door. It doesn't have a window lifter as such. But okay, what else do we need of this thing? Don't think we need anything. And how's the rust condition? Still on 4 stars. Alright, let's bolt that door down, or that door card again. And let's do this door as well. Bolt this down again. Okay, did I tighten up both the bolts on this? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Okay. Alright, let's copy this color code. 3F8676. Okay, cool. Let's go and get some paint, and it's almost the same color as our box truck. Yeah, very similar. I think our box truck is maybe a bit darker. Yeah, it's a little bit of a difference. Okay. Alright, let's get this paint into this can. Alright, and put that into here. Like such. There we go. Alright, let's see if this is going to do anything. Let's change it to large. Yeah, there's definitely some painting issues with this car as well, by the looks of it. This might actually not help at all. Trying to fix up a modded car like this with rust. We've got a different color door here as well. Okay, but are we heading in the right direction? Not at all. It's not picking up anything we are painting, so I would call that broken. Okay, but yeah, we still got a couple of mismatched panels on this thing. Let's see what else we can figure out. Okay. Yeah, modded cars. But I do think we did increase the value a bit, because we did take some of the rust off, but now I didn't even notice what I paid for the door, because maybe we're not even going to make any profit on this thing. Yeah, not really much. It's a bit of a waste then. But you know what? At least you guys got to see something else on the channel. Station wagon Lada, which is front wheel drive. And if you don't know about this, guys, this mod is available on Nexus Mods. So go and check it out. It uses the drive shafts from the NIV in the front, and it's got a custom gearbox where the drive shafts actually mount to. It's a little bit short on this side, but yeah, it kind of works somehow. Bluetooth or wireless or yeah, I don't know. You decide. But okay, so did we improve the value of this car? Let's see. I don't think so. I don't think we're going to make enough money to buy that wolf, because that wolf is going to need a whole lot of work. But that would be a very nice car to bring to this series, because we haven't done a wolf in this series just yet. And I just crashed the damn car into the wall. But luckily it was slow enough. Okay, wait a second, guys. I just noticed something. That front grille piece isn't painted, but I doubt it's going to help if I do it anyway. See, that's a different color. I doubt it's going to change anything to the value. Nope, nothing at all. Okay, so that was a waste of time. Hey, we can at least sell the old door here. Alright, let's quickly go and sell the old door. Over at Steve's. Yeah, there's actually so many mods that I still wanted to... okay. As I said, there's still so many mods that I actually wanted to showcase to you guys, like the fuel injection stuff for the inline-4. There's a whole mod created for that as well. So, we might get into it still, hopefully before the game updates and all the mods go, you know, crazy on us. Alright, but we are going to take this thing back to the used dealership, and hopefully I'm going to have enough money. Otherwise, I'm going to see if I can make a little bit of money with some of the extra parts we've got in the shop. Which means I'm going to have to return on foot. So let's see quickly. If we made any money at all, I don't think... Well, 17,000. How much do we need for this wolf? 17,100. Okay, so we are close. Alright, let's quickly run down to the shop. We're going to use the Machino maybe, and get rid of some of the parts we've got in the shop. Alrighty, so here we are back at the shop, and we're gonna run straight over to the Machino with its brand new wheels and tires. And yeah, we still have that sort of glitchiness going on the rims, but it still looks very good. Okay, let's fire this thing up and go over to the parts room. I've got a bunch of parts in here. So now if we can buy that wolf... And I just knocked over the jerry can. So if we can buy that wolf, that might actually become a very nice little project for us to try and sort out a bit. But yeah, it all depends on money and how much it's going to cost us. So yeah, what I'm going to do is we're going to get rid of all these parts that are laying on the shelf. Because I kind of keep forgetting about the stuff and I don't end up using it anyway. So might as well get rid of it, and then we'll just buy new ones once we need new parts, I guess. And that roll bar on the Machino is definitely causing some issues with the colliders. Okay, you know what? Let's just do it the economical way and put this stuff in the backpack. And we're gonna get rid of all this stuff which we don't need. And I actually bought these for the Firebird, but then I remembered that it's got its own dedicated spark wires for the big block, and I mustn't forget about these things. We need to put these back onto the back cab over here, and we are stuck on something. Okay, because otherwise if we go to the shop square to sell all the stuff, it's going to disappear. That battery is 72%. We'll get rid of every single thing that we see on the shelf here. Alright, backpack is full. Let's just grab this. Some brake pads. That might give us a couple of bucks. Alright, let's grab this. And we'll grab the alternator, the 2 cylinder heads, the camshaft, that. Yeah, I still know we've got those engines, but I'm thinking of selling those as well, because I would rather just build brand new engines, guys. So yeah, these have been sitting here in the shop for quite a while, and I haven't gotten to them yet. So as I said in a previous episodes, I don't want to become a hoarder here. If we don't use it within a week, it's going to get sold. So yeah, let's do that. And holy crap, this poor Alchemachino is getting loaded down. All right, so let's grab the rest of the stuff over here. We'll pop it all into our backpack. I might have to keep some of the stuff in the backpack. I don't know how this is going to work. Let's just see. We'll see. We'll see. If it stays, it stays. If it doesn't stay, we'll get rid of it. Okay, so I think this should give us quite a bit of moolah back, so that we can afford that wolf, because I think it'll be nice to have a wolf on this series. Leaf springs, I think we'll just grab the one that is, I think it's this one. No, it's not that one. We'll just grab this one. Oh, you know what? What the hell? Let's take everything we've got. Everything. I'm going to keep the winch and the... okay, this one piston is still stuck over there, so let's just pick that up. Okay, so I'm going to keep the winch and the tow hook, because we don't know if we're going to need it for something, and yeah, that's kind of a... not really an expensive thing. But the trailer hitch or the trailer winch might be something we need for our new trailer we're going to get, hopefully, sometime. Alright, let's go and sell all of these parts. We've got a crap ton of stuff in the back of this Alchemachino now, and hopefully we don't get stuck over here. No, it actually goes over quite smoothly. Alright, we're just going to use the pawn shop square, and this is going to be super loud in my ears again, so once again I will probably just the volume down on the recording once I edit the video, but here we go. Holy macaroni, guys, that was actually a lot of money. I don't really know how much I got off of that, but it was almost 10 grand, so looks like it actually pays to get rid of your second-hand parts. Alright, so we're gonna take a drive over there to the used car dealership with our Alchemachino, and then we'll just might as well tow the wolf back to the customer's sign once we bought it now, because I'm definitely buying this thing. Hell, if I get this thing fixed up, we might actually keep the damn thing and get rid of the Firebird, because I'm not too fond of the Firebird having the issue with the refueling. Alright, so let's get this wolf towed back to the garage, and it's actually a pretty color. It's got the gunmetal gray kind of vibe going on, and we've got some high mileage, but yeah, I like the beige leather in it. So let's tow this thing to customer sign, okay, which leaves us with 9,014 bucks. So I'm going to maybe leave it up to you guys. Drop some comments down below. Should we get rid of the Pontiac Firebird and sell it to the game, because nobody else is going to be able to buy it, because the mod is private. But then again, I don't know, should we maybe do the wolf, fix up the wolf and sell the wolf to one of the viewers, or I don't know. Drop your comments down below, guys. What do you think we should do? Should I keep the wolf, sell the Firebird to the game, or should we rather keep the Firebird and keep struggling with refueling it with the jerry cans? Or should I... holy crap, did this thing land on the Material Master pallet? Okay, well, yeah. So I don't know. Let me know, guys. What do you think we should do? Because this wolf is definitely going to take a lot of work to get it back up to, yeah, well, looking good again. It looks quite bad. But I'm going to see what parts we are going to be able to salvage of this thing with the hammer. We do have got the sledgehammer mod now as well, or we bought the sledgehammer from the mod. It is here somewhere. I don't know. I think it's over there behind the Alchemachino. But let's see what we can salvage of this thing. It's gonna probably require everything at this front end because that is bashed in quite bad. The door seems to be okay. The trunk is a bit busted. Bumper, back panel. At least the taillights look decent. Alright, so nothing fixable with the hammer. So yeah, that's a bit of a bummer, which means everything is going to have to be replaced. Unless if we went to the junkyard and see if we can find a donor vehicle. I don't know. It's got the inline 6 diesel non-turbo engine. It's definitely going to need a bit of a service as well. Alright, but okay. I think we need to start somewhere. I don't know where. Maybe let's start at the back. And we'll just do the strip work over here. The body shop is more for rust and paint, so I'm not going to do the panels and stuff in there because it's a little bit cramped. Alright. Wrench in hand. Let's do this. Let's see what this is going to require from us. Well, it's definitely going to require a whole lot of new parts and also a whole lot of TLC. And this is where our box truck actually needed to be over here. Okay, let's do that. Let's bring the box truck around real quick. Alright. I actually don't drive this thing a lot because I'm actually too afraid of damaging it. Want to take care of this thing and make sure it stays as pristine as it is. I mean, this thing is actually looking pretty good. Apart from the color condition stars being affected by the box being decaled, I think it looks pretty nifty. Okay, let's just pull it forward a bit and there we go. Okay. So now we can hop out and get the box open up, and as we take parts off this thing, yeah, I kind of know more or less what we're going to need. Everything between the front and rear license plate at this stage. The front and rear license plate. We don't even have a rear license plate showing. It's like kind of probably... yeah, it's inside the trunk. Okay. Alright, let's continue unbolting stuff first of all before we get into... you know, cutting the stuff off with the plasma cutter. We're going to get some new license plates anyway for this thing, so not going to bother trying to save that one. Okay, what else can unbolt at the back? Well, we can probably take the taillights out. I want to see the condition. If they are still good, we will reuse them. If not, we are going to replace them with the... yeah, that's on 5%. Yeah, we're going to replace them with the clear... indicator ones. I mean, the white ones. I think that's what they call them. Yeah, this one is also quite shot. Okay, so that is junk. That's going to go into the back of our box truck as well. Not going to worry about it at all. So, okay, I can't move that now, so that's fine. It'll just have to be there for now. Alright, so this quarter panel over here is also busted. This one might be fine. Let's see if the Bondo will give us some indication of whether that quarter panel needs to come off or if it's going to be salvageable. This one is salvageable. Okay, so this one we can fix up for sure. That doesn't look too bad. Okay, but this quarter panel over here is going to have to come off. Let's see what else is fixable with the Bondo. Yeah, nothing else. Everything is too far gone. Okay, this headlight over here might be fixable. This one over here is trashed. Okay. So yeah, guys, there's a lot of work laying ahead of us with this thing. Alright, let's chop off this rear panel. There we go. So that's okay. It's called the rear valance, or the valance R. And I just wanted to check, is that panel back there actually removable with the pry tool? Yeah, that is it. Okay, so all right, now this isn't going to go back on because we took it off now and it's busted. So let's just go ahead and pick this up. We need to cut that quarter panel off, and looks like the trunk floor is also shot. So now this is where we can actually decide what we want to do, guys. Do you think we should try and convert this thing into a wolf wagon? Because I know that is doable. Or should we stick to the convertible? Maybe we should make it a coupe. So yeah, drop your comments down below. What do you guys think we should do? You think I should make this thing a wagon? Or do you think we should just stick with the cabriolet or the convertible? Or, yeah, maybe even a sedan. I don't know. We'll see. Because I think anything is possible with these. You can actually convert it into anything you want. As long as you've got the actual vehicle. Right. Now we need to figure out where else we need to cut. It's probably going to be right over there. And there's the quarter panel. Okay, so it comes with the trunk. This part over here, I don't know what it's called. It's like the interior panel. Even the fuel door looks a bit bad. Can we open it up? Nope, we're not going to be bothered with that. So guys, I'm just going to have to replace the whole quarter panel. But not in this episode, so we'll see what it's going to entail if we want to convert this thing into a wagon or whatever you guys suggest. So I'm definitely looking for some comments on this one, what we should do. Alright, so this might actually be salvageable because the damage seems to be more around the back of the car. But yeah, this panel would be for the coupe then, so let's see if it will go back on. Okay, so if the parts usually will go back on, it would mean that, yeah, you've got a straight part that can be fixed up or just bonded up a bit if there's anything wrong with it. Okay, so let's maybe get that welded back on for the time being. Oh, come on. So we're going to get this thing welded back onto here. Alright, so that is back into position if we do decide to just carry on with the coupe. Might have to, well, depends on what you guys say. If we want, we could make this thing into the coupe. Because I just called it a coupe, and it's not really a coupe. This is a convertible. Although I think the coupe and the convertible shares the same quarter panels and stuff like that. It's just the trunk floor is different for the wagon, which is the only real difference here. Alright, let's see now. This is going to also probably have some welds that we need to cut down here under the seat. And I think our rear suspension is also attached to this. I don't know if we can take it off without removing the suspension completely. But I am going to give it a shot. Let's just undo the bolts on the rear cross member. Is that even connected to the trunk floor? It doesn't look like it. I don't know, but the trunk floor isn't coming out yet. So there might be some more welds that we need to address here, such as that one over there, and there's probably going to be another one over here somewhere we need to try and find. And how about now? No, still not. Okay, maybe on the other side we've got that weld that we just found there. Yeah, these things can become quite a chore if you really get into it. Especially if you want to do it like I'm doing it, just try and cut off only the damaged panels and not strip the whole thing apart. Yeah, this is going to be probably one of those things that just doesn't want to come off. Let's maybe get this trim piece, this trunk trim. I think that's what they call this. Trunk trim. Yeah, let's get that off. Ooh, that's going to maybe glitch out on us. So let's just put it like that. Alright, let's see what else we can find out. Might have to remove the gas tank. Yeah, this is turning into a whole project, guys. I was thinking maybe it's going to be a quick flip, but now we are definitely doing a whole lot more than what I anticipated. But okay, you know what? Slowly but surely we will get there. Okay, you know what? Let's just cut the living crap out of this. Alright, let's take off that trim piece. Or that rear panel. I think that's what it's called, the trim rear. Okay, so this rear trim can come off. Oh, looks like we are going to have to either drive to the interior store again sometime, or maybe change the interior to black. Which I think would match the charcoal grey a lot better if we decided to stick with the original color. But I think there's definitely something still attached to this. Like the rear suspension is probably going to have to come off. Alright, you know what? Let's just try and do this the right way. I want to try and see if we can at least strip the rear end damage off this car. Where's the floor jacks or the floor trestles? Jack stands. I think that's what they are called. Okay. I don't know where I put them. Because I did have two of them laying around. We get the rear end lifted up. We take the suspension out. And maybe that's going to give us access to removing the trunk floor. Now guys, I don't know where I put my jack stands. Because I had two of them. It's got to be around here somewhere. Oh, there they are. Okay, next to the tire rack. Okay. Kind of makes sense why I would have put them there. Okay, and that's gonna hopefully not go upside down, but I think it couldn't really go more worse than it currently is. And that's okay, that worked, kind of. Okay, now we can get this floor jack away, out of the way. Okay, let's go ahead and strip this rear suspension off all the way. And who knows, maybe if we just undo a couple of things here, it might actually just free up the trunk floor. And that is actually busted quite bad. Okay, so that's not going to come off yet. Yeah, it's been a hot minute since I really dug into a wolf like this. Now I'm looking for brake lines. Okay, brake line there. Brake line there, and that's going to freaking loosen something else we didn't want to really loosen, but okay. How's these things doing? They are doing... Well, that one is 84 and that one is 48. Strange, but yeah. Believable. Very believable. Shock absorber. And... Oh, that was actually loose. Or we just tighten up something else that was loosened. I don't know. We didn't take this off now, so that's going to require a save and reload in order to come off, probably. Even if we undid it from the gearbox. But okay. That's not the focus for now. Let's focus on getting this floor cut. I mean, where the heck is that? Maybe it? Yeah, that was it. Okay, so I just really had to cut over there. Alright. Very good. Okay, so this is trash. And that is going to be a whole lot of trash. All right, let's maybe dive into these things a bit since we are back here. All right, so that one is 94%. I don't know if it's got any damage. It doesn't look like it. And on this side, I'm not too concerned because the quarter panel is not bad. So that is salvageable at least. This interior panel might have to be replaced, but we'll see once we get to the finishing touches of this thing. All right, let's get this back on because that hasn't got any issues, and now we probably okay. Actually notice this thing is empty, but does it still work? That's the question. Can we still weld with this? Yes, we can. Okay. That is very strange. I didn't think that we were going to be able to still weld. But okay, you know, strange things happen in life. This is just one of them. Alright, didn't expect it to keep welding. But okay, guys, that is the rear end of this Wolf, aka Mercedes W124, S124, depending on where you are in the world, I guess. That's not going to go back in now, is it? Because we don't have the trunk floor. I think it mounts to the trunk floor somehow, but I'm not too sure. This thing is going to need a whole lot of work still, but I'm going to wait for you guys to comment down below on this video what we should do. Should we do the wagon conversion on this thing? So yeah, I do want to know what's going on with that then before we really continue putting this thing back together at the back. But at the front, yeah, we still got a lot of stuff to take off here. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the unboltable parts for now, and then we'll do the cutting maybe in the next episode, and just see how things are going to go, what's going to happen in the next episode, and whether we're going to have the customer vehicle from our contact in Discord. Rear suspension is looking relatively decent, actually. Right, let's see. This fender can definitely come off. That's a little bit knackered. If we can even find all the bolts, because yeah, working on a busted up car like this, it's usually a bit of a problem to get all of the bolts. But okay, let's put this in the box truck. And is that gonna stay there? Yeah, hopefully it is. Right, what else can we really unbolt? Okay, now I put the freaking wrench back. Am I stupid? Let me just come and do all of this work with the wrench. Right, bumper bolt over there, and there's another bumper bolt over there. Yeah, this thing has been knackered hard. Right, hammer, let's just see if we can bang some of this back. Nope, doesn't look like it. We're gonna have to replace this bumper support bar thing. We're gonna have to do a new cradle or radiator support. Gonna need inner fender on this side, or well, it's probably the front left panel. That's what they call it. But yes, I think that is a whole lot of activities happening in this episode, guys. So I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna just see if we can take this off real quick. This is our busted headlight, and we'll also take off the blinker, and then we'll continue this thing in the next episode, guys. So that is going to be a wrap for today's episode. So thank you all so much for tuning in once again. I really appreciate every view, every like, and also, guys, if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please consider doing so. I will appreciate it very much. But yes, I will see you all in the next one.